Hi there. My name is Lowe Carlson, and today we're going to be talking about my new trilogy, the 3 Days of Oblenite series. I first got the idea for this series with a dream, actually, and that came for the first novel, Breath, the very first scene where, actually, it's in the first chapter where Graphene is going through the Rollo's parade and she's seeing all of this devilry around her and Mardi Gras like festival, and it's very vivid and very colorful, and that was kind of the start of the whole series. And from that I got the idea of having three cursed protagonists and weaving in a lot of the really dark and mysterious feel of Paris and the Paris catacombs, and kind of mix that with New Orleans and incorporate a lot of wrought iron and gothic architecture and Victorian style, and voila, the series was born. So the first novel, Breath, is about a young woman who's cursed to celibacy because her kiss and actually her breath will pull the life of any living thing every day of the year except for one. And that day of the year that she is free of her curse is actually the day of Rollo's, which is featured prominently in the first book. She meets a young bartender, they fall in love, and she ends up trying to figure out what to do with this curse and how she can have love in her life, and also try to escape that, which she was gifted with. So it's really a novel about persevering to find love, even though you're working through a lot of very difficult decision-making processes. So the second novel, Tears, is about a very pious young man who ends up becoming estranged from his church because he has a curse where when he's whipped, when he feels a lot of pain, he cries, and that brings him bliss. And it also produces this wave of bliss that goes out to people around him. And he believes it's a very holy gift, and he finds that he's at odds with his priest, who believes that it's actually the work of the devil, essentially. And so the second book is about the young man, Philip Dovery, trying to understand what he's been given and come to peace with it. And he meets a Baron Orthain de Vere, who helps him do that, and the two fall in love, and they have to move through a lot of challenges in order to be together. So it's really, I sort of love that book the most of all. It's a story of love conquers all, and it's very close to my heart. And the third novel, Blood, is about a young surgeon who figures out that his blood, if it's spilled into a patient during surgery, actually heals the person and heals them completely. But it takes a really huge toll on his own well-being and his physical health. And he ends up having to make a decision as his life starts spinning out of control if he's going to follow the path of his own health, or if he's actually going to spin down and down and down with the desire that this curse, which acts like a drug within him, is producing. So that novel is a very deep exploration of addiction and the cycles of addiction and what people will give up when they believe that their addiction is actually blissful or a good thing in a lot of ways. So that inspiration came to me because there are a lot of healers who are addicted to trying to save other people, and it's not always good for them. And so that whole novel is an exploration of that topic. So that's a brief summary of the 3 Days of Oblenite novels. I hope you will check them out. They're available on Amazon, Kobo, Apple iBooks, Smashwords, and Barnes & Noble. And they're also available through my website, www.jeanlowecarlson.com. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be back soon. All right, bye.